Hello everybody, this is your boy The Green Talents coming at you with a video that's based on today's preseason game. You got it right. The Eagles played their first preseason game against the Pittsburgh Steelers at Lincoln Financial Field. This is a game that we all been waiting for. The preseason game, because if you got to remember, last year, 2020 was not our year. We had a horrible season last year. We went like, I think, 79 or somewhere over there. I'm not exactly sure what the record was, but all I know, it was a bad record, and we were not able to make the playoffs last year, and we weren't also able to get on track because we were missing three or four obstacles in the reason why the Eagles didn't get as far as they wanted to. It was no OTAs, there was no mini camps, there was no training camps, and there were no preseason games. Those four particular obstacles is the reason why the Eagles hurt it last year. Because if you think about it, the coaches cannot get in contact with their players. They can't build no relationship. They can't build no momentum going into the week of the regular season games. That would hurt the Eagles all last year. And plus injuries started piling up, piling up, piling up. So, with that being said, over the last 3 years, the Eagles have had to swap out their medical staff because, for some reason, the medical staff did something horrible. They weren't able to uh, protect the players the way they wanted to, because I don't know if it was a horrible diagnosis as far as injuries concerned, or there were some minor setbacks. I'm not exactly sure what the reason why. All I know, the Eagles was hurting horrible last year, especially on the offensive line of football, because they had the flip-flop offensive linemen. Some guys playing guard, some guys playing left and right tackles. You know what I'm saying? I mean, with so many injuries at pretty much on all the entire position except for one. That was the center position, which Kelsey had to start all 16 games with mismatched offensive linemen, guards, and tackles. So that hurt the Eagles last year. Now, with this year beginning, with this pandemic kind of dying down, but it was dying down for a moment. You got some hard-headed folks out there who are not watching themselves and massing up or taking the shots to protect themselves. Well, it ain't just the shots now, because now where it is, you can catch the virus, shot or no shots. So that's kind of like a propaganda there, but that's another story and another time. But right now we're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles and the reason why they didn't get on track last year. I mean, it was so many obstacles they had to get over, and I just mentioned all four of them, so I ain't got to mention them again. So if you want to go back and rewind the video, go ahead and rewind. Rewind if you want to. That's on you. But all I know is now the Eagles have had their OTAs, they had their mini camps, they had their training camps, and they had their rookie camps. I mean, everything went on track today. Everybody, all players had their vaccines shots. Some did, some didn't. You know what I'm saying? And so, but they were still able to mask up to protect themselves against the virus, because now you can still carry the virus, don't even know it, or that person can have that virus and you won't even know it. So I mean, it's so many things to go on, because in some coaches this year, Frank Reach had all shots and he caught the virus. There's a few other players. I mean, there's a few other management and coaching teams this year alone had the virus, but had the flu shot. I mean, had the vaccine shot. So I mean, so many things that happen. So it just goes to show you can catch the virus, shot or no shot. But I'm happy, because the simple fact is, this game in front of the beginning, this is the most important, because now they got a new coaching staff, because they had to fire the entire coaching staff. So if you think about it, you really can't blame everything on our coaching staff from last year, because the fact is the pandemic played a big part in the reason why the coaches were fired from last year to this year alone. So you can put all that in perspective. You can say bad coaching, you can say bad plays, you can say injuries. You can say bad management in the front office. I mean, you could put the blame on any one of them. But when it all said bold and done, when you don't develop chemistry with your players, and when there's a pandemic preventing you from doing that, and where you have to view all the players on either on phone or on tablet or on computer, you know, there's no chemistry there. I mean, you're talking, but you're not physically there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a difference between behind closed doors and physically there with the coaches. So this year is a major step forward. I'm just glad the pandemic has died down just a tad bit. So now we can watch the games. People can now finally start filling the stadium, because last year there was nobody at none of the stadiums. But later on in the year, like between week 10 and week 16, you started seeing some of the stadiums were having small capacity between 15 to 25 or 30,000 fans there, but they had to spread them all out and to wear the mask to keep from catching the virus. So this year alone, like I said before, I'm glad and I'm so happy that we finally can enjoy some preseason football, because it was desirably missed last year. Desirably missed. I mean, this pandemic really destroyed the NFL season. You had some teams that didn't do OTAs and mini camps and training camps built chemistry as the year went on. You can say that with all the playoff teams. You see, Kansas City Chiefs, Tennessee Titans. We can go with the Green Bay Packers. We can go with the Saints. All these teams, and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. All these teams built chemistry as the year went on, and then some teams suffered as the year went on. Some teams started out on the winning streak and lost their way. And you had some teams who lost their way in midpoint and the latter part of the year started gaining their way. So I mean, I can sit up here and say all these things that's very positive, and some things are very negative, and some things are in between, which means neutral. So with me making this video, I'm so stoked. Like I said before, that preseason is finally back. It's on TV now. You can either live stream it, or if you got some cable channels, or if you got some Roku or Samsung TVs, some of that nature that supplies apps that you can actually watch the video. I mean, you can watch the preseason games, then you're good to go. But on regular TV, which is what I have, the game is not shown. But I do have a Fire Stick in here that I forgot that I actually had. So I went on to Fire Stick, and right now, while prior making this video, I was able to find the channel that the Eagles game being televised. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at this right now. And so, without any further ado, in this video, because I'm probably going to do another video after the game is over with. I'm going to try to come with some highlights. I'm going to try to come with some scores, plays, such and such, to keep everything going forward. So, fourth thing for me, after this video is done, please subscribe to the channel, comment in the comment section below, press that like button, because when you like my videos, it can be debuted all over YouTube, and I can get many subscribers. And please do one more other thing, please share this video, because it's very vital that you share, because sharing is caring, and when you care, that means I care, and everything goes out properly done well. So this is your boy, the Green Talents, coming at you with the Philadelphia Eagles play the Pittsburgh Steelers. My predicted score, I'm gonna go 17-10 Eagles win, because we're about to see pretty good defenses between Pittsburgh and the Philadelphia Eagles defenses. The question is, which offense is gonna like the scoreboard first? which team going to run the football first, which team is going to throw first. So all that is to be speculated as the game goes on. So hope you enjoy watching the game. Like I'm about to sit up here and enjoy it because, man, like I said, I got a smile on my face right now, and I'm so happy and I'm so stoked with the games. It's about to get started. Preseason game, preseason football is in full effect. This is your boy once again, the Green Talent, coming at you with a video. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.